for taking out your time and for speaking to Newsx. We were just discussing two latest developments regarding the war. One is national news, sir, and the other is European news. So let's talk about the national news, sir, first. When we are looking at the Indian government, they're doing everything that they can to make sure that the impact of the war is as staggered as possible. They made sure that the fuel prices are not increased, the OMCs are protected from suffering the heavy losses. We also in fact saw them, the AFT fuels that we were just talking about, the domestic airlines seem to be protected. So India is doing a lot to make sure that even if the war is going on for a month, the Indians do not suffer. And we are also talking about, sir, the second part to my question, the role of Europe in this, because British Prime Minister now has come out and said that even if US wants to, withdraw from the NATO, UK wants to now align more towards the EU, look at more strategic cooperation, look at, economic cooperation with the EU itself.
Well, Shivani, so far as India is concerned, if we look at the conflict in the very beginning, India had made a statement saying that there is a need for discussions and diplomacy, dialogue and diplomacy. There is a need for de-escalation. Then India had talked about the safety of the people who are stuck in this conflict area, and India had also spoken about the security of energy security. Now, looking at our national interests, the government of India has taken all the steps which are required in this area. There have been, conferences time to time by various ministries, wherein they have been talking about the state of the conflict and how things are shaping up. They are keeping the whole population apprised of the present scenario. At the same time, when you look at the prices of the oil going up, the government did not get it to the consumers. They have said they will absorb this, and they have spoken about the reserves that the country has got. Even the oil companies, they have been protected by announcing the, bringing down the taxes. Now coming to the third element is regarding the aviation sector, and here also India has gone and taken a step to protect the interest of the airlines, because we have to accept it that in the present scenario, the overall costs in the whole of the globe have gone up.
Right.
And these costs could be absorbed to some extent, but then, some places we have to accept the rise in the prices.
Right. So
coming to your second question.
Sir, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. Let me just introduce another piece of breaking news that is coming our way. Bahrain has circulated a revised UN Security Council draft resolution on protecting commercial shipping in and around the Strait of Hormuz. Now, retaining language authorizing, and I quote here, all necessary means, but dropping an explicit reference to binding enforcement. Shipping through the waterway through which roughly a fifth of global oil supplies pass and which underpins Gulf economies has already slowed to a near halt after Iran struck vessels amid its conflict with the United States and Israel. So, Commodore Sodhi, you can talk about the European angle to this, because UK is facing as well a lot of pressure regarding fuel. And that's what the British Prime Minister also in fact stated in his address today. And now we are looking at Bahrain putting out this UN Security Council draft resolution that states that it is violation of international law if you maintain a chokehold on the Strait of Hormuz.
Yes, Shivani, so far as UK is concerned, you see, America has been trying to put a lot of pressure on the NATO countries, in the European countries, and America did approach some other countries like even China to take part in operations in Hormuz. So far as UK is concerned, UK has been consistent in making their statements with regard to making an entry into this conflict. UK has tried to stay away from this conflict as of today, as of now. And the statement of UK, Prime Minister saying that he would protect the national interests of his country. I mean, they are welcome, because that is what any leader would do for his country. At the same time, when you look at now UK earlier they had exited from the European Union, but now he's talking of some sort of alignment with the EU, because now everybody feels a threat. There is a threat, because of the present scenario as well as what could emerge subsequently. So to have a common sort of a pool to protect the various interests of these countries would be is a welcome sort of a suggestion, or what you call it, an action taken by proposed by UK. With regard to Bahrain, now when we look at two canals, Suez Canal as well as the Strait of Hormuz. Suez Canal was actually dug through Egypt. So some sort of a tax which is being taken by in that area, that is justified because that was not a natural sort of a canal which existed. Hormuz happens to be a natural canal, and the waters are you can say international waters. Though when they are near to the country, they also fall into the zones,
Right.
territorial zones. But I'm sure that the way things have happened, there are going to be some sort of combination of various rules and regulations which are likely to come up subsequent to this conflict. Iran has made it very clear, and they have passed the resolution in their parliament also, so that they will come up with a tax, sort of a toll tax in this area, and they are giving justification for that. But I'm sure that the international various countries are going to come up on this, and some sort of discussions may happen, and could be that Iran may be requested to reconsider this aspect.
We have another piece of information coming our way. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has warned the economic shocks of the war